Hey everyone, today I'm gonna show you the update that just dropped for the Metaskins Skinchanger for Dota 2. So what's new? They added working gems and custom skins. Let's kick things off with the custom skin. So which heroes got some love? I'm only gonna show you a small fraction. You can check out the rest yourself using the key I'll leave in the description below this video. Let's start with say Pugna. Here's this sick custom skin, plus it's got gems slotted in. Yeah, that means gems actually work with custom skins now. But I'll show you that in a sec. First, let's look at all the custom skins. Well, or rather, the smaller batch of them. We've got this little set for Bloodseeker right here. There's also this custom skin for Tinker. Then we can bring up this Bane right here. Looks pretty interesting too. And of course, Drow Ranger. There's actually a ton of custom skins for Drow. So as you can tell, there are loads of skins and styles here. Basically, you can get your hands on all of this yourself. Now, let me tell you how to tell a custom skin apart from a vanilla one. So yeah, all custom skins have immortal rarity. And to be 100% sure it's a custom skin, you need to go into the item description and look for the tag by Amaran for Metaskins. Then you'll know for sure that it is, in fact, a custom skin. Next up, I think we're good on custom skin. They're there, plain and simple. As you can see, I've already got a prismatic gem slotted into my Terrorblade, which changes his color to this silvery vibe. Let's swap it out. Let's change it to any other color you like. Let's say I'm feeling this red one. We slotted it in. And now we've got this super saturated red color. I'd even say it's like a deep crimson. Pretty interesting color. Plus, as you can see, there are effects at the bottom too. And overall, there are just a ton of effects on the screen. That's also because we have other gems slotted in. Let's pull them out. Alright, we removed all the gems. And this is what a stock Terrorblade looks like. Now let's slot those gems we took out back in, just to understand how it all works. We hit Add Gem and pick absolutely any one you like. Let's add the electric gem. So as you can see, I've slapped in different gems. And now our Terrorblade looks completely different. What's the upside of these gems? You can slot them into absolutely any item on any hero. You can even stick them into couriers. Moving on, I think we're clear on custom skins and gems. Now I'm gonna run a crash course specifically for those who don't even know what Metaskins is. I'll show off its entire functionality. Technically, the update stuff ended with the custom skins and gems. So for those who just clicked to see what was added in the update, you can basically head out. But for those interested in what Metaskins is in general, enjoy the rest of the video. Those who wanted to see the update, stick around because I'm gonna show even more examples later of how you can utilize these gems. Yeah, so don't go anywhere. So what else is in Metaskins? As you can see, there's the Meta Picker. I'll tell you about that a bit later, but obviously, since it's a skin changer, all the skins are here, meaning you can click on absolutely any hero and you unlock every skin. For example, this is what my Pudge looks like. But what might be less obvious is that, say, you can also mod couriers, wards, terrain, and so on. As you can see, all the couriers are here. And as you'll notice, the couriers I'm using have gems installed. So yeah, I've got gems slotted in them. They're literally glowing and they have a ton of effects on them. I think that part's clear. Wards, terrain, creeps, all of it is changeable. Rations, tormentors, etc. Map effects, all completely customizable. You can also set any music, any HUDs, any cursors, whatever you want. Let's swap it to, say, this candy one. Now let's get back to the Meta Picker. We can pick absolutely any role. Let's say carry, mid, offlane, support, hard support. Let's say we pick carry. We select S tier, which means the absolute best carries of this patch are selected for us right now. As we can see, it's showing us Ursa, Phantom Lancer, Juggernaut, Clinks, and Abaddon. We can also set it to show lower tiers or just show all carries. As we can see, like 46% is the win rate for this hero in the patch, for example, Slark. Morphling and Sven also have a 46% win rate. You might also be wondering where all this info comes from. Don't sweat it, it's all pulled from DotaBuff and other public sites. So, DotaBuff, strats, and so on. All this info is scraped from there and updates as soon as the info updates on DotaBuff essentially. Alright, as you can see, we've loaded into the test map. As we can see, our gems are working, our skins are working. Alright, I think that's understood. Let's move on. We literally walk into the secret shop and we can see that some weird new build has appeared. And that is exactly the meta builder. I'll show you where to toggle it on a bit later. So what does it do? We can assemble a Pudge carry, Pudge offlane, Pudge mid, Pudge support, and so on. Everything works here just like in the normal shop, meaning we can click to buy straight from here, put items in quick buy, and so on. Here we can also see the skill build for the hero and which talents to take. And if you want to close this menu, just hit these two little arrows. And that's it. We can set absolutely any other build. And that's it. Now let's open the menu, which opens with Insert or just up here on the top left. And let's go into the first tab. The first tab is for changing trees. We can swap the default Dota trees for absolutely any ones we like. Let's say I want to set these GG trees, as they're called. You can rotate the preview and change the tree color. Let's set it to, say, pink. Done, we set it. And as you can see, these trees have been applied. So yeah, they changed color and changed their shape. Let's put on some others just to test. Let's do the barrels. Let's make them white barrels. Yep, there we go. White barrels are live. Also lighting. You can change the lighting. Yeah, let's set some green day and some white night, I don't know. If you don't want to customize manually and just want to use a preset, they have those here too, as you can see. Let's quickly swap to just any random one. Boom, we applied a preset and look, the lighting changed again. We can also click around on different ones here. There's a preview, everything works. I think we're clear on this too. This one's actually pretty sick, let's stick with this. Next up we have the main settings. Build helper. That's exactly what I was showing you, this thing right here. Next, pick helper. This is the feature related to the meta picker. I'll show you that once we actually get into a game. So, what is the ward helper? Is basic. We take a ward in hand and we can see where we should place. It works separately for sentries and separately for observers. But we'll look at all this in detail in game because this is a test map and there's basically nowhere to place wards here. Next, rune changer. Let's see how the rune changer works. We just add all runes, and as we can see, our runes aren't quite the default ones like in a normal game. I could show you what they look like without it, but I think you already know. If you're watching this video, I assume you know what they look like by default. Player notes. We'll test that in game too. Let's move on. Cursor trail. I think it's self-explanatory. You'll have this line drawing behind your cursor. You can change the size of the bottom panel and the minimap. Here's what that looks like. It's pretty handy. Let's try changing the minimap too. And the last feature we have left to check is changing the river. Let's set it to bloody immediately so we can see it clearly. Yep, it all applies. Let's also fiddle with the rest of the options left. Alright, so we've loaded into a game. Let's say pick an offlaner, some top tier one in the patch. Here are the best offlaners. Let's pick Slardar for instance, and let's slap some random skin on him and slot in some gems. Alright, as we can see, we've loaded in. And now we can notice that look, our gems are working, our skins are working. I think that's clear once again. Let's gear up according to our build. As you can see, I just click, and everything buys out just like from the normal shop. As you might notice, I also have an unusual map. It's got this low poly effect. At the end of the video, I'll also show you how to turn it off and on. This all needs to be done in the loader setting. I don't think our teammate will be too salty at us. Let me show you how the feedback system works. As we can see, an extra report button has appeared. Let's back off under the tower so we don't get killed. And we press it, for example, and write, say, best play. If we like the play, and as we can see, his nickname turned green. While we're writing the review, we can see the hero the person is playing and also their nickname. But unfortunately, for me, his nickname is replaced by the hero name because of anonymous mode. We can see that his nickname is green. Now we can know when he matches with us that he's a solid player. Or conversely, if he's bad, for example, avoid him. Here, how it looks if he plays poorly, let's say. We write bad player instead. Send it, and now he has a red nick. And we can also notice that the note about him is red. Let me show you how the ward helper works now. Alright, grab a sentry and we can see the best spots to place a sentry. And not just sentries, obs too. So I showed you how the ward helper works, how the build helper works, how the meta picker works, and so on. We just have to look at the low poly mode, and as I promised, I'll show you more of my design attempts, what I tried to create with the gem. Obviously, if you know which gems do what, you can make something really beautiful. I, on the other hand, just spammed click on totally different gems just to see what it would look like maxed out. I can show you my bristleback, which I just threw together randomly. Then that same Shadow Fiend. Also Storm Spirit. Here, what it looks like with these gems, yeah. Also my Phantom Lancer is pretty interesting. I guess the only thing left is to show you how to turn low poly on and off, because I know that raises questions for a lot of people. So to disable the low poly map function, you need to open the Metaskins launcher. Then go into Dota 2 and find the Enable Low Poly Map function. After that, switch it to off, and that's it. Now you'll have the vanilla Dota terrain. I think we should wrap it up here. If you have any ideas on what can be added to the Skinchanger, or what other custom skins could be added, write in the comments. I'd be interested to read them, and I think if you have a genuinely good idea, they'll add it and implement it in this Skinchanger. Because honestly, there's already so much customization right now. You can customize pretty much everything here. To be honest, I just don't even know what else you could possibly customize. That's all, thanks everyone, and GLHF with the test subscription. Peace out, everyone.